Improved pathfinding for copper golems, new dimension changes, and a release date announcement. Hello there, Ray here. We got the very first pre-release for 1.21.9. So first we have the snapshots, and then we have the pre-releases, and then we'll get the release candidates, and then after that we'll get the full release. Later in the video I'll explain when the full release will come out for the Copper Age update. But first let's take a look at all the improvements that we got today. Our little copper golem guys got some improvements today. Their AI for checking where chests are and checking inside them was really messed up. This was due to a couple different problems, which is diagrammed by Dawkins illustrates nicely. Let's say there's a chest here and a chest here, and this little rectangle is a copper golem. You have them standing on top of anything that's not a full block like a chest here, just like how we have these guys over here. This would do something strange. The game would actually move the copper golem's position. Rather than thinking it's on top of the chest, it would move it down to the lowest point of the partial block. The chest is partial block, so it moves it to the very bottom right here. So from here to here is now where it thinks the copper golem's at. So where you expect the copper golem and its little eye, which is this blue line, if your copper golem is staying atop a chest, you think he would look over here and see this chest here, based off the chest's targeted location. And therefore the copper golem should be able to put stuff inside of this chest right here. But of course the copper golem doesn't think he's here. He thinks he's down here at the bottom of this. So he thinks his eye is right here. And then he tries to look over to this chest. But the problem is he's inside of a chest, and therefore he can't see the chest beside him. And this was causing a lot of problems, as they wouldn't even like open chests that are like right beside him. But that all got fixed today, so they should be able to actually see chests that are within their line of sight, meaning they can access more chests, meaning we can make a more efficient storage system. They'll also no longer think that they can't access a chest if there are certain weird blocks on top of that chest, such as like carpets, daylight sensors, closed trapdoors, honey blocks, or skulk. Now they'll actually know that they can still open them up. They also got improvement to their pathfinding, so they no longer get confused when they're on top of partial blocks like open trapdoors. Now in the past, copper golems could access chests while inside of a minecart, but this was broken for a bit, but now they can do it once again. If you have a copper golem hooked onto a leash, now when it will freeze and turn into a block, it will also drop the lead. Copper golems that were not waxed will not actually get cleaned off when struck by lightning, which they're supposed to, so now they will. The new mannequin entity has been given some more options, so you can actually put them in different modes that the player can be in, such as like standing, crouching, swimming, fall flying, or sleeping. And it seems they also removed their little NPC name tag above them, which is nice, that people can use them in their maps more easily. You can also make them immovable, meaning that you can't accidentally push them, as well as give them descriptions and even a hidden description. There has been a really strange glitch that has existed in the game for a long time. If TNT blows up right at your head, you will actually take no damage in survival. And this actually applies to any type of explosion. And this is because if the explosion is at the exact point where your head is, the distance from you to the TNT is 0, and the game doesn't want to divide by 0, so it just negates you taking any damage at all. But this is really hard to pull off in survival, because if you're off just by a little bit, then you're going to get the full blunt of the explosion. But people with hack clients could easily abuse this by constantly moving their character to the exact explosion point. But this very weird bug that has been in the game is finally removed today. Since version 1.21.2, they changed it and accidentally broke it that any type of entity going through a portal with a speed greater than 10 blocks per game tick, their motion would get completely reset once they went through the portal. This might actually be the problem that is preventing my Ender Pearl player launcher from actually launching me through nether portals. If I go slow, I'm able to get teleported thousands of blocks easily, but if I increase the speed just by a little bit by making the breeze shoot extra explosions, the pearl will then get launched, and it will get all its momentum removed once it comes to the pearl here, and it will just land on the ground. And you can see the pearl just goes up and then goes back down again, as it lost all of its forward momentum, so only had the slow sideways momentum. But that bug is now fixed today. Let's try out my simple pearl launcher in the newest version. So there it goes. And we got teleported far in the nether, so I think it's working, guys, which is awesome. So make sure to subscribe, as I will be doing a tutorial on this simple yet really cool machine. Now when setting your spawn point using the command, you can now not only use the coordinates, but you can also use the rotation as well as the pitch. This means if people respawn, they will also be turned a certain direction, as well as looking up and down at the exact location if you want them to like spawn looking at a certain sign. They updated the world spawn point, so if you do set world spawn point, you can now set the world spawn point in other dimensions like the end dimension or the nether. So if you do not have a bed or a respawn anchor and you die, when you respawn, you're going to spawn in the end dimension, which is really cool. This is going to be really helpful for the end dimension skyblock challenge that we've been playing. By the way, if you want to join the end skyblock challenge, we're still playing it. You can learn more about it by watching this video here, which I'll link in the description. And wherever you have your world spawn point set, whenever a command is activated, it will consider this the default biome, meaning that if I set a command saying that to place a block at 0, 0, instead of placing it at the overworld 0, 0 like it used to do in the past because it considered the overworld the default, since I set the world spawn here in the end dimension, it will now consider the end dimension the place where it will place in the block. With these changes to dimensions, do you guys think they're going to come out with a new dimension soon? Now, a long time ago, when you'd fall into an end portal, you would not take any damage when you actually got teleported over. But then a while ago, all of a sudden they changed it so that you would take damage when you would fall through the portal, as you'd be falling so fast that you would hit the block underneath of the portal before the portal actually teleported you. So then you would start taking damage. But apparently they're reversing this now, so today they changed it so that you will once again not take damage when you fall through the end portals, either this one, the exit end portal, or the entrance end portal. So you can once again fall from a far distance and not have to worry about dying. They also fix a bunch of bugs that were accidentally created during the snapshots. This includes visual bugs and things not working like the prior version. Minecraft came out with their official trailer for the next Minecraft live event. So in the past, they did one Minecraft live event every year, but now they're doing 2 a year. So they're doing one in the spring and one in the fall. We already had the spring one in March, and they announced the new one, which is a fall one, coming September 27th. With it, we're going to get some new game drops. That's probably going to be the 1.22 update, or it could just mean the official release of the Copper Age update, which will probably come out this Tuesday after the Minecraft Live event. They also said they're going to do developer secrets, so developers will probably talk about how they come up with different things in the game, kind of like we've seen in past events. They also announced special guests, so we're going to see some probably familiar Minecraft faces, as they have been sneak peeking different content creators actually making it to the Mojang Studios where they have been recording the Minecraft Live event, as even though they call it Minecraft Live, it is all pre-recorded. And then at the very end of the trailer here, they finally come and show the final result, which is them building this really cool Minecraft Live sign with the date September 27th and the time 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now I will be commentating the Minecraft Live event as it's going on with my own live stream, where I will be using my 16 years of playing the Minecraft game to give some more insight into what all these changes that they will be showing during the event. So we got less than 2 weeks to find out what the winter drop is going to be, which is going to be the next drop. What do you think it is? Now join me as I add these super smart copper golems into my storage system, which I'll be live streaming on Twitch, and you guys can even join my testing world here. You can find the IP over at my Discord, and don't forget to use your Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime if you have that to get a free Twitch sub, as Twitch will pay me in full and won't cost you any extra. So big thanks to all you guys that have been doing that, and I'll see you guys over there. Bye bye!